Welcome to the Rainbow Gateway Oracle. This is your Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, all placements, Virgo, reading. We are bringing in the angels and the ancestors today. We'll see who comes through the channel. And just to let you know, I'm a licensed acupuncturist and herbalist. I studied Chinese medicine and yoga and astrology, and I'm here to bring you messages of love from the higher vibrational wisdoms. Body care is coming out. It's important to eat well when you can. Divine timing. Everything comes to you when you need it. You might think you need it beforehand, but you don't. You need it when you get it. Just let the universe take care of you. Trust the universe to take care of you. It may be a little bit different than you think it should be, but just allow it. Do your best to be gentle with yourself. You know, pay attention to your, your sleeping, your eating. Do what you need to ground your own energy. But everything's always right on time. Even when it seems late, because there is support coming to help you. So maybe you need body care. There is support coming in. You need support for your physical self, your emotional self, your mental self. Something is coming in for you, people. Professionals are just like really good-hearted people. We have Goddess here. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So definitely taking time to rest, allowing the universe to give to you, and, learning to give to yourself as well when that's feeling aligned. Meditate. Meditation is really important. It can help you to at least withstand any kind of mental challenges, because sometimes it's difficult to be patient. It's difficult to wait when it comes to the mind. The mind wants things now. It worries, it does all these kinds of things. It's important to pay attention to the mind and focus on what the mind is doing. With meditation, it's helping you to calm your mind, become aware of fearful thoughts that you don't have to give any time to. You don't have to give time to fear. Freedom. Yeah, it's really important that you tap in meditation. It's where you're going to find the most freedom. Like, starting there is where you need to be. and allow everything else to just kind of fall into place. Just stay focused in your mind. On what feels peaceful. Notice what kind of thinking patterns give you tension in your body. If a thought is making you stressed, you don't have to keep that particular thought. You can take a deep breath and let that go. Unlock the magic within. Yeah, it's really time for you to go inward and take your meditation. Like, it needs to be more disciplined. And it's not always easy to discipline, but you can do it. It's not that big of a deal. You can do it. There might be a sense of defensiveness here. It's okay to let your guard down. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just time for something different. That's all. It's just, yeah, I have Earth and I have future. So with Gaia, I'm getting like a really, there's definitely going to be, you know, some kind of turning point with a project. Like, it's giving birth to something. So, I mean, you could actually be having a baby here. If you are having a baby, your child is going to be extremely psychic. Just taking care of their needs and nurturing is good for their intuition. Now, this can be just, I feel like it's completion of a project too. It's like there's a miracle coming in here. Like, you're not expecting this. Like, something's coming in. Like, you've been working hard and it's like this thing is about to bring you what you've been wanting, but you're not really expecting that it's going to come. This is a surprise. There's a surprise coming in for you. A big surprise. You're not expecting this at all. Surrender worry. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what, you know, I was like talking about here. There's nothing to worry about. The universe has got you. And that's just the thing to keep working on. When you notice you're worried, take a deep breath and let that shit go, because there's a million different things in the world that could possibly happen, good and bad. Surrender to effortlessness. Yeah. When you allow the worry to go, you realize that the universe takes you gently through everything. But we go kicking and screaming sometimes. Once you allow yourself to let go of that, the shield around you, because that's what it is. It's like there's a defensive layer, and it's nothing bad. It's just, it's there. It has to be broken through. You have to break through that stuff. And that's what the universe is doing here through this message. Like the process that you're going through. Feeling unsupported. Support is on the way. When you're feeling unsupported, you have to learn how to support yourself, and that's not always easy. Sometimes you really do need help from outside, but you just keep going in. You just keep going inward and finding your own value on the inside. Eventually, once you start to see your own value, then you start producing automatically. Like, you just automatically start producing abundance. You are your own resource here. Like, but you have to be able to see your own value. You have to find it inside. Yeah, patience. You know, it's not always easy to have it. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust. Every need will be met. Often change soon follows. So, patience. Sometimes you have to wait for other things to happen outside, like in the world, you know, with other people, with other beings that you're connecting with. It's like as time, you know, sort of moves forward, like there's this vibration, like this hum, like but there's a delay. It's like it has to take time to kind of simmer, if you will, before it gets through to everything. Like when you're trying to boil water, like it starts to get a little bit hot and excited, but it's not quite boiling yet because not all of the water molecules and stuff have reached the right temperature. So that's kind of like this process of patience, this like underlying hum. True offering, you know, giving the anger, giving the frustration, the wanting things to be different, giving that to the universe and just saying, okay, you know what, I'm not going to struggle with it. I'm not going to struggle with it this time. I'm letting it go. I'm putting it down. That's what the universe is suggesting here. That's your true offering. You know, allow yourself to feel it, but give it up. Don't use it in a negative way. Loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. You need time to allow it's like there's loss, but then it takes time to get through that before you can truly give it away in the sense of awakening, if you will. Like to have the true miracle, the true revelation, it takes time to cut through that stuff. It's okay to just let it be what it is. Be open to healing information, medicine, guardian. So someone might suggest something that it's new to you, or you're not really just listen for things that feel right for you, but don't shut something down just because you don't quite understand it or haven't received full knowledge regarding the information. Time. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Revelation. Here we go. It's like you've got to wait till you hit that, and that's when you know. So it's like time, you know, time to work through this loss. Like, it takes time. The revelation will come, and then you'll see the reward. You'll see what's hidden, you know, because like inside the apple, you don't see that there's like this star shape on the inside of there. There's joy in everything, and some things are hidden to the naked eye. And this is someone who really has a level of pure enjoyment throughout every fiber of their being. And what else is here? We go. Yeah, it's like the revelation hasn't quite come yet, but it's like about to drop. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. So, not going along with everything else. Learning how to say no. No is okay. No is a single word response. Nope, I can't. You don't need an excuse why you can't. It's just no. No, I can't. You don't need a reason why. Put yourself first. Overextending yourself here. It's all kind of like this pattern that goes together. Worry, overextending yourself. There's a need for acceptance here. Learning to accept the way things are, because the universe is always setting things up for us. We don't always understand it. Frustration, there's nothing wrong with frustration. You feel it, but what it's telling you is that there's something that you wish was different. You want it to be different. You think it should be different. And it's actually exactly the way it needs to be. And breathing into the sense of frustration and recognizing the need for acceptance. And how do you come to a state of acceptance? Well, you have to ask the divine for help with stuff like that. You have to ask your angels, you have to ask your ancestors, your deceased loved ones, you know, how do I find acceptance for this situation? And then the universe helps you with that. So when you see frustration, it's just a sign that you need help to clear your perspective in the right way. And that's when you ask for help from the spirit guides. So breathing into frustration, recognizing that you're having difficulty accepting something, it's not a big deal. So you can eventually learn how to accept something, and the frustration stops coming up as often. And really it comes down to self-acceptance on deeper levels. and surrender to play. So the universe wants you to have a good time. The universe wants you to realize that these difficult times are actually poignant moments of a lifetime. Every grain of sand which makes up the beach, and the beach being a metaphor for your entire life's experiences, all these grains of sand of time that you've lived adding up. And it's time for recognition that everything is for enjoyment on a higher frequency, on a higher level. Every experience is leading to something more evolutionary and aligned and harmonious, needing to go through the thick pipes, like in the movie Shawshank Redemption. They escape the prison through miles and miles of shit pipes until they finally get to freedom. And essentially, that's what the healing process is doing, is clearing your mind of fear. And you're transforming fearful thoughts into loving thoughts. You're recognizing the thought forms in your mind, and you're recognizing which ones make you feel good and which ones make you feel bad. You have to understand that your feelings show you when your thoughts are toxic, and so you need to make an adjustment to the way you think. Really, what you need to do is make yourself aware of the fact that you're having those thoughts. It's really about the awareness. The awareness needs to notice things. Notice what your mind is doing right now. It starts to get frenzied in a way. It gets frenzied. Your mind becomes frenzied, like a hornet's nest or angry bees. And that's what your thoughts start to do when you get a trigger, when you get a feeling. Well, you have to learn how to just leave those bees the fuck alone. Leave the bees alone and just observe. That's meditation. Leave the bees alone and just observe. Eventually you realize the more you observe, the less bees show up to the party. And then before you know it, there are no more bees left in this particular hive. It's just empty. And all you have is honey. And that's the silence that you get when you transform your fearful thoughts into loving, compassionate energy. And that's a wrap.